Wednesday, brought to you by Legacy Partners Insurance Services.
Now, if it snuck up on you, we completely understand, but it's time to start considering your Medicare annual enrollment. But if those words leave you a bit shaken, don't worry. We have the expert on all things Medicare joining us to help you navigate the tricky waters of insurance, Debbie Stroup, your Medicare specialist from Legacy Partners Insurance Agency. Now, she's joining us with her extensive insight. Debbie, thank you so much for sitting down with us, because this is a turbulent time for many.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure, and it was a beautiful drive coming here, and thank you for putting out all the golden leaves. It was wonderful.
You're welcome.
Yeah, of course.
You're welcome, everyone. We did that.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
So, to kick things off, Debbie, you could spend your time doing anything you wanted in this world.
Yep.
But you focus on helping seniors navigate the tricky waters of insurance. Why are you so passionate about assisting seniors in finding the right Medicare plan for them?
Well, first and foremost, I'm going to be in that boat someday soon, so I wanted to learn about it.
Smart.
And then the more I learned about it, the more I found out that seniors are getting scammed. They're calling on commercials on television, or they're answering a pile of junk mail on their kitchen table, or they're listening to those solicitors that are calling them, and they're saying, please, 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 come to our plan. We'll promise you everything, but deliver nothing. So what happens is they get to the dentist or they get to the doctor, and that doctor is not in plan. And guess what? They're going to have to pay all that money to go and see that doctor now. So your hard-earned money is going out the window because you're simply in the wrong plan.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
And is there a way for people to combat that? Is it contacting someone such as yourself, someone local that they can actually sit down with and have these conversations?
Absolutely.
Perfect.
So I am trained by Medicare every year. It's a big, long course that I take. Then I come back here to the state of Michigan and I learn about all the Medicare plans that are available to everyone in the state of Michigan. So I feel like I have a pretty good idea of all the different plans that are on. And I find, if you will, I find that people pick a plan based on emotion. And what does that mean? So I see a commercial on television and I'm like, ooh, I think that sounds really good.
Yeah.
Or I have a preconceived notion that a company is better than another. And there really are no better companies. The one that's the best is the one that fits all of your doctors, all of your prescriptions, your pharmacy, and you have very little out of pocket. That's the goal when you're in the right plan. And that's exactly what I do.
Then Medicare annual enrollment, it's upon us. It's here. What are some important dates that the viewers at home should keep in mind this season?
Well, you have from October 15th, with just a couple of days ago, through December 7th. And so you can take a look at your plan and you can enroll in a plan, many different plans if you want, but at the stroke of midnight on December 7th, whatever that plan is, that's what's going to be your plan for next year. And so really what I'm recommending people is that plan that you have had for years may have been appropriate. Because all of the crazy changes that Medicare has put up, your plan may not work for you next year. And so it's important that you call someone like myself who can take a look at your plan and do a deep dive and see if there's maybe another plan that might be better. Where you are might be appropriate, but now's not the time to guess on your own. You really have to have someone who's very knowledgeable of all of the changes, do a deep dive, and if it's working for you, great, then I'll tell you that. But if it's not, I may comfortably recommend something else for you.
And that's so crucial and important. And I feel like a lot of people out there may be under the misconception, oh, I know Medicare. But as you said, you go and take a full course on national Medicare, then come to Michigan and then learn the specifics here. There's so many moving parts.
There is.
Speaking of which, are there any changes to Medicare this year that the viewers at home should know about? I know. Okay,
Funny
we don't have 2 hours.
Question. Funny that you asked that question. That's why staying status quo is not the way to go. Really talk to somebody who can take a deep dive. The biggest thing is the $2,000 maximum out of pocket for your prescription drugs. And that sounds wonderful. Woo, I don't have to pay any more than $2,000. But they're going to make that up in other ways. And what I mean is they may take your drugs off the formulary, so they're no longer on. And do you think they're going to let you know that ahead of time?
No.
No. That's what I do. I'm going to let you know that they're not on your formulary next year and that we might want to look at something else. Or I could say, CVS isn't going to be the best place. Let's switch it over to Walgreens or Walmart because it could be less expensive. So that's what's important, is that $2,000 maximum out of pocket sounds great until it's not.
And that's what it seems like, is that a lot of people who may be watching right now or have heard of Medicare specialists in the past, they think, oh, this individual is going to cost me more money. I don't know if I can afford it. But it sounds like you're going to pay for yourself very quickly.
Right. And no, you know what? There is no cost for my service. I don't work for any Medicare company. I am here to help you as a Medicare recipient get into the right plan. No cost ever. And especially in a year from now, when you get that bill and you're sitting at your kitchen table and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if this is right or wrong, you call me. I help you take care of it. So whether it's today, next year, or 5 years down the road, there's nothing to worry about. I help you. There is no hidden agenda with me, no hidden cost. I'm literally here to help you throughout your Medicare journey.
I know there are so many people out there right now breathing a sigh of relief because just the thought of navigating insurance stresses me out.
Right.
I could not even fathom the maze that is Medicare. So having someone to walk me through the process and know that they have my best interest at heart.
100%.
Oh, the peace of mind, you cannot put a price tag on that.
Exactly.
Guess what? The price tag is zero.
$0 today, $0 next week, $0. And I represent all of the plans. So you don't have to worry about, well, I heard something on TV, a commercial, let me call that one. No, call me. I will help you look at all the plans, and I'll really tell you kind of what's true about that plan you see on television and what's not.
And what's marketing.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
Debbie, all of this sounds fantastic. How do people get in touch with you, start this process so that they can make sure all their ducks in a row come the 7th of December?
Right. So there's a number on the screen. Oh, right there, there's the QR code. So if you open up your phone and put it right up there, that'll take you right to our website. You can schedule your own appointment. And so then we will definitely talk with you on the day that you choose. If you're not as computer savvy like myself, just pick up the phone and call.
Absolutely.
We will walk you through everything that needs to happen. You know, have your doctors and your prescriptions handy because we'll ask you for that, because that's how we find a plan, is based on your doctors and your prescriptions. You can also text us. That's fine too. We are open to helping you no matter where you are.
Gotcha. And hey, if you didn't have your phone available to scan that, don't worry about a thing, because we are going to make sure that QR code, the number to contact Debbie, everything's going to be available on 9and10news.com after the show today. Debbie, it has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
And can I tell you one more thing?
Yes.
It's the most wonderful time of year, Medicare open enrollment. It is. It truly
Someone
is.
needs to write a song about that.
Right?
Call Mariah Carey.
$0.
Thank you, Debbie.